Hello everyone to the 6th episode of One and a Half Piece, a podcast about a random person that has never watched even a single episode of the popular anime One Piece. That random person would be me, Siv. Hello, and I'm being accompanied by my co-host Viv, who knows way more about the Straw Hat Pirates and their adventures. In this podcast episode, we're covering episodes 13 to 15. Episode 13 starts with Usopp being stunned by the strength that Luffy and Zoro show. Nami whines about what took them so long and wheels her way out of why she's at fault. Luffy's upset at Usopp because he didn't tell him where North was, and Usopp says that it was Luffy's fault because he ran so fast he couldn't catch up with them. Django notices that it's already late, and Captain Kuro gets upset when people are late. He can't believe those two brats did them in, and he tries to hypnotize his pirates to become stronger. And my theory was that they all look at it and all get stronger. I was almost correct.
Yeah.
It's only Luffy. Django's crew suddenly gets stronger, and my boyfriend said, oh, they all got an AoE buff.
Yeah.
Luffy's crew is flabbergasted, and Django commands them to go forth. Zoro tells Nami and Usopp to get back, and that he and Luffy will take this on. And Luffy doesn't react to Zoro and suddenly yowls like a cat. My theory was right. He also got hypnotized and is stronger now. And I wrote down, in a way, Luffy is like a deer that's staring into headlights of a car driving towards him. Because he's looking at, he has not a single thought in his mind. Yeah. As we said in the last episode, he has a peanut butter and Jay sandwich as a brain. Yes. He runs towards the pirates, and Nami thinks that that's stupid. But he or she doesn't expect him to do the gum Gatling gun, and everyone gets punched. Django says that Klahadore was wrong about them being no problem, and Luffy chases after them, and all the pirates run back in panic. He charges at Django but runs past him. He runs at the ship and tries to lift it. I wrote down, why? But we then see that he's trying to rip off the, I don't know what it's called, the front of the ship. What's it called?
Looked it up. Figurehead.
Ah, okay. So he tries to rip off the figurehead. The cat on the ship gets a sweat droplet.
I would have built myself the exact same ship. I'm gonna tell you, this is my ship.
It is very wholesome. I like it too. It is a shame that he breaks it.
Yeah, maybe he keeps it. I don't know.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I doubt it too.
Luffy rips off the front with the cat head on it and threatens to crush them all. Django tries to hypnotize him into getting sleepy, and Luffy's like the deer in the headlights, stares at him and falls asleep. This whole thing falls on everyone except Django, and I assume kills everyone, but we know that in this anime no one dies. Meanwhile, at the mansion, the Salad Kids plan on what to do after hearing that Klahadore is going to the shore, and they finally figure out that Usopp might have been not lying before, and that they need to go and warn Kaya. Her window is open, and they are afraid that something has already happened to her. They try to open the block of the hatch, but they can't.
Minecraft block. Yeah.
The Minecraft block, and they need a different way in. Klahadore patched that thing out, I guess.
Yeah.
They try to get in. In the mansion, Kaya is laying on her bed with a nightmare of Usopp threatening Kaya to kill her because she didn't believe him.
Yeah, what was that?
I assume she has like a fever dream, right? Because she's super sick.
But Usopp doesn't want to kill her because, I find that too exaggerated, that dream. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nightmare, so...
True.
She coughs and stands up and knocks on Klahadore's door after waking up. No one answers, so she opens the door and sees Mary dead on the ground. And for some reason, Mary's not dead.
Yeah. I thought he is dead too. I didn't remember that he is alive still.
In the Netflix adaptation, he is dead.
Yeah, but there was a shot actually where they showed Klahadore in the episode 12 we just talked about, and Mary was just laying there. So I assumed, obviously he's dead.
Yeah.
Because if you don't move for I don't know how many hours, then you should probably be dead. And he lost
it was plot armor and plot convenience.
Lamp boy's still alive.
He tells Kaya that Klahadore did this and that he was a pirate all along, and Usopp was right. Kaya can't believe it, but Mary exposes Klahadore's whole plan. And she's in disbelief. Mary regrets not trusting Usopp, and the whole staff is on leave today, so there's no one to...
They are all on leave.
They're all on leave. They all took a day off. And this is where my boyfriend stopped the episode and was like, oh my God, I just noticed something.
What?
And I was like, what? And he said, and he didn't notice that. What is the ship called that they later get? Merry-go-round, right?
Going Merry, yeah.
Or Going Merry.
Yeah.
And the head is a sheep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he didn't notice that before.
Oh my goodness, really? I wanted to give it away, but we just talked about Mary being called Mary. And I said eventually there's something called Mary.
Oh, that's
too.
what you meant.
Yeah. So I didn't want to give it away right now, but yeah, okay, obviously has
No, I know that already.
And he had his moment like me in the last episode where I was like, "Uso" means to lie in Japanese, and I was like, yeah, maybe he had the same and
same
epiphany moment like me. Yeah.
But yeah, I wrote it down. I wasn't as shocked as him because I feel like I did notice that, like,
Do you
subconsciously.
remember that one?
I
Like
didn't know the name of it, but I did notice that it was a sheep on the ship. You know,
it's
like
actually a lamb, but
or a lamb.
But yeah, what is the difference between sheep and lamb?
A lamb is a younger
like
sheep.
Little. Yeah. So yeah, it's a lamb.
So Mary says that Kaya should just give Klahadore all her fortune. It's not worth giving your life for it. There's no way of stopping him now. Kaya said that she's going to talk things through with Klahadore. I wrote down in caps lock, why? Literally.
I thought it is a really intelligent move to do. So if you're not to get killed, you save your life by giving everything you have.
No, I mean, no, I agree with that. I don't understand Kaya who wants to talk to him. You know, she said, oh no, I'm going to talk to Klahadore. You know, I'm going to talk through this. I agree with Mary. Just ditch it. Run.
No, she just wants to talk and to keep the village safe, right?
Oh, was this? I thought she had like an emotional component to it because she was like, oh, maybe I can change him.
Ach so. No, I don't think so. I can fix him.
I can fix him.
Yeah, maybe she thought about that, but I read it differently.
Okay.
I thought she wants to save everyone in the village, but
that makes
right
more
now,
sense.
I am not sure whether they talk about that. The pirates gonna kill the villagers.
Yeah,
I really don't remember.
I mean, I assume she knows. I thought that she wants to like talk to Klahadore in terms of, hey, we had 3 years together, like she tries that later.
Yeah,
remember?
she tries that later. True. Okay.
So I assume it's her saying, "Oh, I can fix him."
Fix him. Yeah, probably a bit toxic too, but yeah. Okay, Kaya, go on, go for it. Give it a shot.
So the Salad Kids are trying to climb the portal, but at the gate, but they can't, and they see the door open, want to hide, but then they notice that it is Kaya, and she's all right. She walks out of the gate slowly, and the Salad Kids suspect bad things.
But why didn't they talk to her? I was so freaked out by that.
It doesn't really make sense. They were trying to reach her. Why are they not?
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, now I don't want to.
Yeah, now she's like coming out of the mansion on her own. So now we don't want to. We want to break it.
Pingu meme. Yeah. Well, now I'm not doing it.
No. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Back at the shore, Luffy is snoozing. Zoro says that there's no need to worry about Luffy, and Django's upset that the plan didn't work out and that Klahadore is going to slaughter them all. He calls the Meow Ban brothers.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that in the Netflix adaptation, they were there instead of the entire pirate crew. So the whole thing plays out in the mansion.
Yeah.
Which makes it feel in the Netflix adaptation that there's a different motivation for Klahadore, you know? Because here it's like a whole setup and there's a different pirate thing that's gonna do the whole cleanup, and then there's only those two siblings.
Mm.
Although the one was a woman in the Netflix thing, they are both dudes in this and in the original version. I gotta say, I preferred it being a woman and a man, not because, like, not necessarily for equality reasons, but also because I feel like it gives a different dynamic. Yeah. If you have a female character and a male villain character. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I actually thought about that too in that episode, because everyone in this Captain Black crew is, I don't know, I assume gender right now, a man. So yeah, because I mean, pirates are dominated by male people, so I think it's something exotic to see a woman in a pirate crew, but eventually we'll see some right? Nami, eventually. But yeah, do you know what Band Brothers is translated into in German?
No. Are they not called Mewband Brothers?
Gebrüder Mautz heißt
Oh, cute.
yeah. And this did you just drop the names of them? I don't know.
Not yet. They're called
do it.
Butchie and Siam.
Yeah, and in German it's Flecki and Siam.
Oh, but Butchie is not
I don't
Flecky.
know. Yeah.
Flecky is like spotted, and Butchie isn't it from
Flecki
Butcher?
is a more common name in German to name your cat.
I've never heard that.
Flecki?
No, I always thought the typical name for German cats was Muschi.
Okay, yeah, that one is a good one. But Flecki is a common name for like at least some pets, for cats, for horses, for dogs. I think Flecki is a really common pet name if it has spots. Yeah.
For context, for the non-German listeners, Muschi, which is a name for a cat, is also slang, but like an older slang. No one really says that anymore.
I say that.
You say that?
No. From time to time? No. Actually.
That's on record now. Okay. So no one says it anymore.
Yeah.
Only Viv.
Good.
Mushy also is a slang word for female genitalia.
Yeah. And actually is a drink. Kalte Muschi.
What?
Do you know that
really?
one?
No.
Kalte Muschi, you don't know?
Cold pussy?
Yeah. Cold pussy is red wine with Coke.
Ew.
Yeah. Ew. I hate that drink too, but it's actually a company and that runs this drink. It's crazy. Kalte
That's
Muschi.
not some good pussy.
That's some good pussy.
So we meet the Mew-Ban brothers, and the dude with the green hair has horrible posture.
Yeah.
I know it's supposed to be cat hump, but still. Django tells them to get rid of Zoro, but they get scared of Zoro, and besides, they're supposed to guard the ship. Usopp is stunned that this is their trump card, how Django called them.
Yeah.
And Zion runs at the people to scratch him, but he's panicking and crying while doing that. But it was all an act to catch Zoro off guard, and it was an innocent cat act. Siam licks his hand like a cat, which is unsanitary. Siam stole the 2 swords off of Zoro, so he has only 1. He doesn't want to give them back and throws them away. That grinds Zoro's gears, and he charges at Siam and cuts him. It seems like he got him good, but he only cut the cloth, and Siam says that he can bend like a cat. He jumps on Zoro's back and holds onto his arms and sits on his back so Zoro face plants. Butchie runs up and jumps high up to stomp on Zoro's head, but he rolls out of the way, and Butchie called his attack cat-astrophe. Butchie's upset that Siam didn't hold him well enough, and Zoro is shocked at how strong Butchie's stomp was. Siam and Butchie prepare to attack. An awful name. I don't know what the German name is, but in English it's called the Pussy Willow March Attack.
Didn't write that down, actually.
Please don't say something with mushy.
I just took it as it is. I don't know. I don't think it was something with mushy. Otherwise, I would have written that down.
So they clawed him and Zoro fends them off. Nami notices that they got Zoro on the defensive and Usopp aims at the cats but hits Zoro. The cats almost got the time to slice him with their claws, and Nami's upset at Usopp for hitting Zoro, but Usopp says that he got the feeling that Zoro did this on purpose. Nami is in disbelief and Zoro yells at Usopp. Nami figures out that, Zoro just saved them, because if the slingshot would have hit the cats, they would have gone after them. Yes. Nami takes too long to think of getting the other swords, by the way. She's like standing there for a very long time. She reaches for the swords and Django slices her with his ring. He looks up and sees Captain Kuro and everyone is scared. Klahadore says night is long gone now, and everyone is convinced that Kuro is going to kill the entire crew. And the last shot is of Kuro yelling, "What is that?" Dum dum.
Dum dum dum. So Jacko's hypnotizing ring is a weapon too.
Yeah, I was surprised. I didn't expect
too.
that. I didn't think that he was the person to fight.
He's the person to hypnotize.
Episode 14. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Luffy
but wait,
is... Yeah?
Wait a minute. Is there... I think Zoro does his one sword styly move to fight off the Mewband brothers, right?
I thought he does this later.
I think he said in this episode, because I wrote that down, Itoryu, one sword style, and this is actually not Zoro's favorite style to do.
Oh, yeah.
I think to me, a person who just watched I don't know how many episodes, at least 1,000. It's actually cool to hear Zoro say something like that because it gives this character a bit more depth. Because he has some forms or techniques that he likes more or likes less, and I think that's cool and cute somehow. Because I gotta say, for me, all the bunch of roommates and people you get to know throughout the series lose something of that uniqueness, and they all get a bit more flat throughout the series. But see for yourself. We could talk this out if you'll get eventually to
We will, of
episode
course,
1,000.
get there.
I don't know.
Of course, we'll get there when
Yeah.
we'll be in our rocket chairs.
Yeah. But yeah, for me, like, this was something nice to see and to hear that Zoro has a personality and likes some moves over a few others. Yeah. We can move on to episode 14.
Episode 14.
Luffy back in action, Miss Kaya desperate resistance.
Luffy snoring away under the wood thing of the ship. Everyone else is panicking with Klahadore, and Klahadore expresses his discontent with Django. The Cat brothers get upset and discuss it back and tell Klahadore that he didn't do anything for 3 years. They attack Kuro, which was so surprised. Netflix didn't have that.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that.
Mutiny against Captain Black.
Yeah.
Rawr.
Cue Lady Gaga. Rawr, rawr.
Rawr, rawr.
Klahadore disappears as they slash his back and materializes behind the Muban brothers. Klahadore dances weirdly and disappears again.
Dances!
Yeah, it does look like he's dancing. He does like a river dance.
It's a technique. It's a step. It's not a dance!
It does look like a dance, though.
Yeah, true. Okay, I gotta give you that one, but it's technique. Yeah.
Okay, he does his technique and he disappears again. And it's called the pussyfoot maneuver.
Really? In English? Oh my goodness, really? Oh,
what's it called in German? Now I need to know.
I just wrote down ghost step, but this is not it. I remember.
Oh, yeah, ghost step would have been way much better than dancing weirdly. Okay, so there's no name in German.
No. There was a name, but I don't remember right now.
Klahadore becomes invisible and takes the brothers at knife point. Nami thinks that Klahadore is handling the Cat brothers like kids. And finally, we have an explanation for his weird glass habit. So, where he lifts his glasses weirdly with his hand. Django reminisces about how much chills he gets from Klahadore. And Klahadore tells the brothers that he gives them 5 minutes to take care of everything. Otherwise, he'll kill everyone. And take matters into his own hand. Django gets nervous and the Cat brothers charge at Zoro again. Nami gets back up and kicks the swords towards Zoro. He cuts them and he picks the swords up and cuts the brothers and defeats them. Klahadore counts down 4 minutes. Zoro taunts Klahadore by telling him he'll defeat anyone before the 5 minutes are up, and Klahadore just says 3 minutes. Butchie crawls back to Django and asks him to hypnotize him to get stronger. So Django hypnotizes Butchie, and Butchie gets unreasonably ripped. Nami runs towards Luffy and tries to wake him up, which does not really work out. Django throws his hypnotizing disc at Nami. 2 minutes, Klahadore says. And the ring we now learn is called Chakram. I don't know if I pronounced it correctly. Luffy wakes up at this exact moment because Nami steps on his face, pulls Nami off of him, and by that he helps Nami to dodge the ring. And gets it in his face, but he caught it with his teeth and got a little cut in the corner of his mouth, which pisses him off. Luffy notices that Nami is hurt, but Nami says not to worry about it and do everything for the treasure. Klahadore says 1 minute. The pirates are all freaking out and Luffy approaches the fight scene. Django wants to face Luffy and Butchie should take care of Zoro. Klahadore says it's time for everyone to die now, and Luffy only notices that Klahadore is there now, and Klahadore is surprised that Luffy is alive after falling down the cliff. We see Kaya approach the scene, and Usopp runs towards her to save her from Klahadore. We got an unnecessary dramatic scene. And Klahadore is surprised why Kaya is here and tries to still lie, but Kaya doesn't take it anymore. The pirates all get uplifted and say, oh, she's here, no need to go to the village anymore then. And Kaya pleads for the villagers' life. Klahadore gives his mean guy speech. He tells her how he wants to keep the villagers' peace towards him forever, so he plans on keeping their opinion on him and her fortune. This is why the pirates are supposed to do this without, like, him in big air quotes. Kaya shakily pulls out a gun and she yells at him to leave, and Klahadore toys with her feelings and tries to soften her up about how he cared so much for her and they experience
Yeah,
so
what
much.
was
And
that?
Kaya
What was
falls for
that?
it so much.
Yeah, she falls for it. Like,
How
it's
old is she supposed to
obvious.
be? Do we know her age?
Yeah, I think it's 17 too, maybe.
Oh, then she's way too naive for that age. She would have been like
Kaya.
13. I would have given that to her, but not with 17.
17. Wow. Good.
Nice. Okay.
Nice.
Well, then she has no reason to be so naive.
Yeah, I don't know what was up with her. Maybe she has a soft spot for him. I don't know. He looks like
she doesn't have any
Tuxedo
parents
Mask.
anymore.
Yeah.
She puts down her guard and then turns the she puts down her guard and then Klahadore turns the wholesome stories around about how he endured them and he was only waiting them out in a way. He pulls the gun out of her hands and calls himself the noble Captain Kuro. Usopp reaches for the gun real quick, but Klahadore does his pussy dance.
Pussy dance.
And appears behind Usopp. His claws are around his face, but before anything can happen, we see Luffy's fist fly forward and knock out Klahadore.
Yeah, nice.
Amazing
Ruffy.
Finale of episode 14.
That's true. I think it's crazy that Ruffy actually manages to punch him because he dodged every single move because he had some weird sense like a cat, maybe.
Because he had this pussy dance.
The pussy dance, right? So it's crazy that he actually manages to punch him. Good one, Ruffy. Good one.
My partner said when we were watching this that he says Klahadore, if he would live in our times, he would be able to do OnlyFans, live off of it, because
probably
he is serving that aesthetic.
Yeah. He has this long legs, stuff.
He's definitely one of the rather attractive villains. Honestly, Klahadore over Buggy.
Yeah. Actually, I just saw an article that Captain Black should resemble the killer Kevin from Sin City.
I have not watched Sin City.
Did, but I don't know who Kevin is. Probably Tobey Maguire with the glasses. No. Oh, it's Tobey Maguire. Okay, please have a look at this.
Okay, I'm ready to see whatever you're gonna show me. Oh, he looks like Elijah Woods.
I think this is, or no, maybe. Oh my God, this is Elijah Wood.
This is not Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, I mixed them up. I'm sorry.
How could you?
I don't fucking know. Elijah Wood, you're right. You're completely right. I meant Elijah Wood. My God. I just said my brain isn't working properly today, but yeah.
Fair enough, they look a little bit similar, so I'll give you that.
Yes, them glasses, right?
I also noticed when I watched Netflix adaptation, I like Klahadore, and overall I like the aesthetic, and I could call him attractive, but then I noticed one thing, that the Netflix adaptation Klahadore looks like Robbie Rotten. In German is Freddy Faulig.
No.
The hair of the Netflix adaptation looks exactly like the Lazy Town villain.
Yeah, because it was so sleek and
yes.
so... Yeah,
and he has such a like wide face, like his chin is so...
And he had these really...
fake cheekbones.
Yeah.
Not like fake, but like very high.
No, but strong, yeah. They were like really markant. How did you say that?
Present, very...
Present cheekbones.
So yeah, it is Robbie Rotten.
Damn. I can see that now too.
He's the villain from Lazy Town, everyone.
So not from One Piece.
With that, we'll start into episode 15, the last episode of this podcast. Klahadore is lying knocked out on the grass, and the pirates are all too stunned to speak. And Nami says she's just gonna leave the rest to Luffy, and she's gonna take care of the treasure. The Salad Kids arrive and beat Klahadore to a pulp.
Yeah.
Everyone is stunned and tells him to stop, and they are unnecessarily violent, I gotta say. For kids, it is disturbingly violent.
But I think they got or saw the opportunity and then just go for it. And then they went for it.
Oh, well, then it's okay.
Yeah. Violence! This episode is all about violence and how we accept it.
And pussy dancing.
And pussy dancing. Okay.
It's going to be the episode
title.
description.
Yeah. Violence and pussy dancing.
Violence and pussy dancing.
Nice.
I'm not going to call it because I'm scared that Spotify is going to flag that.
I would not do this either.
Django says now Captain Kura is really mad, and the Salad Kids want to fight too, but behind them, Klahadore just stood back up, and his glasses broke, and the kids start screaming. Usopp keeps screaming yelling at them that they should get away, but Klahadore just walks past them towards Usopp and kicks Usopp away.
Yeah.
Klahadore says that it only hurt a little bit and says that that's a weird technique, whether Luffy ate a devil fruit, and then says he's taking care of Luffy himself.
But why did he kick Usopp?
I guess Luffy's like representative of Usopp, and Usopp is the one who's like protecting Kaya.
No, why did Captain Black kick Usopp?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That Luffy is because he hates Usopp, not the kids. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Or maybe because he's a captain and the captain is responsible for the crew.
Oh, damn, that's deep. Okay, that could actually be it too.
But maybe he doesn't want to kick the kids.
Maybe he just doesn't want to kick the kids. Django should take care of the rest while Klahadore fights Luffy. And Zoro won't I wrote down Zoro won't let Zoro pass. I don't know what I meant by that. Django yells for Butchie, who does catastrophe again, but with much bigger impact. And while everything crumbles and everyone screams, Luffy and Klahadore stay calm. Butchie attacks Zoro.
But Zoro did fat shame Butchie, right?
Did he?
Yeah. He wondered why Butchie stood up again. And then he was like, oh, maybe it's because his fat skin protected him. Yeah. And I was like, ooh ha, Zoro, fat shamey boy.
Not okay.
We don't do this in 2024.
We don't do this in 2024. Because of the crumbling of the cliff and everything, there's a lot of dust and smoke, and Butchie attacks Zoro out of that dust. Usopp sees Django walk towards Kaya and says he can't do anything anymore, so he yells for Usopp pirates and gives them commands to protect Kaya. They should take her and get away, and while he's telling the plan to Django, and while he's telling the plan to the kids, Django and Klahadore are conveniently waiting and don't move. Before Django can throw his rings, Usopp fires a slingshot at him, and Klahadore tells Luffy how no one can escape Django, and Luffy can try if he gets past Klahadore alive. Zoro defeats Butchie in the back. We get an intermission. Oh, wait, no, we don't get an intermission, sorry. In the intermission, my boyfriend pointed out that he is surprised that you can see red line and grand line written on the signs. He didn't notice that before.
Wow, I didn't notice that either.
He said that he's surprised that it was written down there this early. I don't know what that means, but I just took notes of that.
Yeah, that's crazy, actually. Okay. I mean, I'm baffled right now too. Where? There was a sign?
In the intermission, and there's this sign on the left side of the screen.
Holy shit, I always look somewhere else when the intermission is there.
And it says red line and grand line on there.
Wow. Okay. Crazy.
Zoro does a big dick move and throws his katanas up in the air and catches them in their case.
Boss move.
It's big. It's definitely a boss move.
Yeah.
Usopp hears a sound in the woods and wonders what it is, and he hopes that it's not Kaya. Klahadore says he could try to find out, and Usopp tries to plead for Klahadore's pity, but there's no chance. Luffy tells Usopp to go after Django and Kaya and the Salad Kids, and I wrote down... okay, that's random. I wrote down, Luffy tells Usopp to go after Django... Luffy tells Usopp to go after Django and Kaya and the Salad Kids, period. Klahadore is a smash, period. Okay.
Yeah.
Random note. The pirates laugh at Usopp and Luffy throws a big boulder on them. Zoro says he's going to chase after Kaya and Django and picks up Usopp. Klahadore wants to intervene, but Luffy punches between Klahadore and them and later does the Gum spear with his feet, which looks a little bit weird. They start fighting, and we see Gum whip, which is this weird breakdance move with his legs. Yes. But Klahadore is faster and lands on his
leg.
Wait, sorry, no, it's not his legs, it's his arms, right? The gum
his
gum
arms?
whip. No, it's the breakdance where he does the stretchy leg, right?
Gum Gum Whip is Gomu Gomu no Muchi and means to stretch his legs and kicks in a wide circle, striking multiple
Yeah.
foes.
Okay, yeah, so it is the breakdance move. And then he does a gum gum pistol, but Klahadore is faster and lands
Yeah.
on his arm.
Yeah, that one.
That one. The pirates are stunned that even though Luffy's so strong, Kuro is stronger. They cheer for him, and Klahadore gets angry and tells him that he wants to shed that name because they start cheering Captain Kuro, Captain Kuro. And he says he doesn't want that name anymore. He doesn't want to be a pirate anymore.
He got some serious issues going on there, I would say. He wants to gain freedom of soul and something like that, and he's suffering from his pirate life back then, and he doesn't want that anymore.
Not being better right now.
Yeah, true, but he wants to settle down, I guess, at some point.
Yeah, but you can do this differently, not by
true.
being a criminal again.
True, but I think eventually he will get the money from Kaya and just settle down and be, I don't know, friends with the villagers in that syrup town, and that is it for his life. I think he wants to settle down at some point. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I believe that.
Yeah.
I just don't think that that's the way.
No, that's not the way you're supposed to do that. Yeah.
We get a flashback of how the Marine was chasing Kuro and his crew when he still was Captain Kuro.
Yeah.
And Kuro says how piracy isn't for him anymore. He tells Django that he can be pirate. He can be captain of the pirates. And he's going out to kill himself for everyone to see. At first, I was a little bit surprised. I thought he's like surrendering. He leaves his cabin and tells his crew to lower a boat so he can surrender himself.
Yeah.
We later learn that he only wants to pretend to kill himself for everyone.
I thought he wanted to leave to save his ass.
Oh no, because he does say something about surrendering, or like he wants everyone to see how he gets killed. And I first thought that he means by that he's surrendering and that, you know, there's witnesses that he surrendered.
But
we later learned that.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We learned that he had a plan. Django tells the pirates to dock the ship to the Marine ship after it stops firing. And on the Navy ship, we learned that Kuro killed everyone.
Yeah, that was
and he left one Marine alive.
Wow, that was really strong still. You know, the Marine guys laying there dead, and he was like sitting on the one ledge.
That's what I'm saying, smash.
I thought that too.
He left one Marine alive, and they take someone from the cat crew and dress him like Kuro. And Django hypnotizes them all into thinking that that is Kuro and that he did everything. And the same, like he does the same with the Marine. So they believe that that is Kuro.
Yeah.
And that
brilliant
they
move.
Caught him for execution.
Yeah.
That is so smart.
Yeah, that was so smart and brilliant. Really. And did you recognize something about this one Marine dude?
My partner told me. He was
he told you.
Like, no, wait, no. He first said, no, he said, oh, did you notice something? And I said, what about the Marine? And he said, yeah. And I said, well, I don't know. And the only name, like the only Marine we know that is blonde is Captain Morgan. Right. This is how he broke his jaw, by Kuro stepping on his jaw right there. I wrote down,
me, Daddy.
That's not what I wrote down. I wrote down, my boyfriend explained to me that that's Captain Morgan. Kuro broke his jaw right there.
Yes.
Damn son.
Damn son. Yeah.
Damn son.
But crazy how the story will eventually intertwine and come back together in some...
And I gotta say, in a way, I now sympathize with Captain Morgan because he did get hypnotized. Like, we don't know how much that messed with him.
So I was wondering, does the hypnosis wear off anytime soon?
I assume not.
Or is this like going on for years and he still thinks he executed and killed Captain Black? I don't know.
I think it doesn't wear off.
I think it doesn't wear off too.
Because I feel like Captain Morgan would try to hunt him down again after 3 years.
Yeah, and they did not. So yeah.
And they did not. And he's not the type of person, he's like too proud. I don't think that he would like just let it be and with the possibility that someone will expose him, you know, that it could come out that he didn't kill him.
So with that in mind, I think the hypnosis of Django is really strong. And they are not a really weak a pirate crew, they're really strong too. And I think Django
They are.
said that before too, because Django didn't lose his moves and his techniques, although he was like gone for 3 years playing the butler.
Oh, you mean Kuro?
Yeah.
You said Django.
Oh, really? Shit. No, Django said that about Captain Black, I guess.
Okay, so that's what you meant.
Yeah.
Okay, then I missed that. Sorry. Cool. Right, we see that. Right, Django hypnotizes them, and this is how that execution happened, where Captain Kuro allegedly died. And this is why the 3-year plan is so important. Klahadore charges at Luffy, and Luffy reaches behind him with his stretchy arms and grabs one of the boulders that fell down out of the cliff and puts it between them, and then he hits Klahadore with it. And it's an amazing final scene.
Yeah. I think so too.
This is it. This rounds it out.
Yeah, and probably this is one of the first, or maybe the first, fully choreographed fight we've seen to this point.
Really?
Fully choreographed, like hit punch from enemies to...
Oh, that's what you mean.
You know?
Didn't we have that with Buggy?
I think there were some intermissions there to make it lose pacing, the fight, but it was not hit punch, hit kick, hit punch, or something like hit and Kurahador or Captain Black stepping on his arm and running towards him. So I think that was a bit faster, and
oh yeah, I know what you mean.
Fight move after another, you know. So I find that quite cool, and
I am already interested to see how the pacing develops in the later episodes. I talked about this yesterday with my partner, that like it can only get better, and the pacing, I mean, I was naive enough to I was hoping that in episode 15 by the end we'll see a shot of Sanji. That didn't happen.
No.
And I assume I don't know it, but I bet it's like episode 17 where we finally see his face.
Sanji's
like
face.
At least his face. Yeah, like in the final shot, like the Usopp one. But let's just let a girl dream. Did you see that Taz Skylar got a One Piece tattoo?
Wow. Yeah.
I want to see what it is. No, what is it though?
It was so small, right?
That was mean.
I thought it is a little Ruffy thing with a straw hat on his head.
Yeah, I didn't
see it properly. So yeah.
Yeah, but that made my heart skip a beat. That man is so fine.
He is.
So, with that being the final words of this episode, Taz Skylar is fine.
Taz Skylar.
I really hope you never listen to that. So, everyone, thank you very much for being here. Viv is now a regular host of this podcast, and you can see it, but she's posing in her webcam right now. Doing cute anime poses. Yes. And yeah, it was a little calmer episode for the beginning of the year, where holidays worn us out a little bit. We're a little bit sickish, but maybe a lo-fi episode is something we need right now. If people want to find you, Viv, where can they do so?
You can find me, people, on Instagram with... Can you please edit this from the other?
No, in the last ones you said it wrong.
The awesome people who listen to this very awesome podcast can find me on Instagram with leaves.viv. And on the other social medias like TikTok, Twitch TV, Twitter, under the tag leaves_Viv. And how can I find you if I am?
How can I find myself? I go on a long journey through.
Question. if I'm curious who Sif is,
you can find me on all social media with Sif to the Rescue, on Twitch, Instagram. I don't really use Twitter anymore because Elon Musk ruined it.
Yeah.
But Threads, which I'm trying to use, but it's Sif to the Rescue everywhere. I'll see you guys, or I'll listen to you and you'll listen to us, I hope, on the next episode. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you everyone for listening to this podcast. We really hope you enjoyed it, and also thank you so much for the positive feedback you're giving us. It means the absolute world to us when you rate this podcast on both Spotify and YouTube and leave your thoughts below. It helps us improve this little project and bring more joy to you. But without further ado, everyone, have an amazing night, morning, day, evening, wherever you are and whenever you're listening. Don't forget to be kind to yourself, stay cozy, and we'll see you on the next episode.